Good evening and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight as we get the 4-4A District Tournament underway and a tall order tonight for your Lovington Wildcats. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report from Stone Oilfield Services. Anything you need out in the patch? Well, be sure you give the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services a call. WH and the whole Stone family, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. So we are in Artesia here at the Bulldog Pit as the Wildcats, the number 4 seed in the district tournament, having to take on the number 1 seeded and second ranked in Class 4A Artesia Bulldogs. They are also the defending state champs. Of course, Artesia has already handily handled Lovington twice this year, both times in the district race for Lovington. They were defeated at home 80-48, and then they came here a couple of weeks ago and lost 74-39. Lovington 5-21 on the season, 1-5 in district. Their one win, of course, coming against Portales at home, 75-69, a bit of an upset. But this is a Portales team that did knock off Artesia. It was Artesia's only loss in the district season. Artesia at 20-5 on the year, 5-1 overall in district. The only 4A team they've lost to, the aforementioned Portales Rams back in early February. Their early losses, or their other losses, I should say, to Rio Rancho Early, one of the top 5 teams in Class 5A. Carlsbad, a 60-54 loss, a top 10 team in Class 5A. Albuquerque High, 44-36. And then Roswell High, 76-66. I would think all 4 of those teams are probably going to be in the 5A playoffs. Interesting note, they did beat Hobbs 65-57 right before the district race started. Of course, Hobbs, the champions in the 4-5A district, and they'll start the district tournament on Saturday in the championship round. 4-4A choosing to do things a little different the last couple years. They go with a true tournament format for years. The first and second seeds got byes in the first round, and 3 played 4. Then the winner of that game played 2, and the winner of that game went on to play the first seed. We've been in a few of those games over the years, but they changed it up last season, and so now 1 plays 4, and then 2 plays 3, and the winners will play each other. That championship game will be on Friday night at the home of the highest seeded winner. So for Lovington, they've got to come out tonight and they have to put together a consistent game. It has been a consistently inconsistent season for Coach Casey Pack and his squad. They've just had trouble putting an entire ball game together for much of the season. They've proven that when they are on and when they are clicking, they can really hang with any team, I would say not only in the division but in the state. But it's putting together 4 full quarters that has been their problem this season, and you have very little room for error against the Artesia Bulldogs. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown of the starting lineups for these 2 squads. For the home team, Artesia Bulldogs, under head coach Michael Mondragon, of course, longtime head coach of the Bulldog program here, and they do have his banner up on the wall now for winning state last year. His starters tonight will be number 3, Charlie Campbell, number 14, Braylon Vega, of course, former Hobbs resident, now here in Artesia, number 24, Trent Egelin, number 30, Cale Hodling, and number 42, Clay Kincaid. Interesting note about this Artesia squad, it's a squad full of seniors. Literally, they've got 2 juniors, no sophomores, no freshmen, no 8th graders. Their only sophomores are juniors, Corbin Dominguez and Jace Deans. Everybody else on this squad, they are seniors, so they are an experienced team. They have seen it all. For Lovington, they don't have many seniors at all. Of course, Elijah Rivero, Alex Rivera, Danny Criswell, Chase Terrell, and Mario Alba. Starters tonight for Coach Casey Pack and the Lovington Wildcats will be number 3, Criswell, number 4, Elijah Rivero, number 10, JoJo Perez, number 22, Chase Terrell, and number 23, Donovan Gomez. So that'll be the starters tonight. Of course, the Wildcats under longtime head coach Casey Pack, longtime girls coach, then taking over the boys program 7-8 years ago, and has led them to some level of success. But now you are out of no room for errors. You get another reset at the district tournament, and for Lovington, it's pretty simple. You have to win the district tournament if you want to be in the playoffs. Right now, number 19 in Class 4. They take 16 teams. Even winning tonight, I don't think will be enough to get them in. So we've been in this situation before back during the COVID year. Lovington was 4th in district and had to come all the way through it, and they managed to do that and get to the playoffs, and they're going to have to do it again here in 2026 if they want to see the state tournament. Of course, the seedings will be announced either Saturday night or Sunday morning. I will have to look into that. This is not the only basketball action we've got tonight for your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. The Lady Cats taking on the Lady Bulldogs of Artesia. That game going on, getting ready to start right now at Wildcat Gym. Dawn Morgan with that. Also here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Also the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. So a lot of basketball tonight. Eunice and Jowl boys also, Tatum and Jowl boys also in action tonight in the 4-2A tournament, which the boys' side of that getting underway. And yeah, we'll have all of your Lee County games across our platforms over the next couple of days. So here at the Bulldog Pit, pretty good crowd on hand, as you would expect. Artesia generally does turn out good. They're having the track meet across the way over at the Bulldog Bowl. Looked like a pretty good crowd over there too. I would imagine a lot of those folks will be filtering over here as the night wears on. So Lovington, it is win or go home time for Coach Casey Pack and his Wildcat squad. We'll say I definitely enjoy the coaching matchup. Coach Casey Pack and Coach Michael Mondragon on the other side. They are usually two of the more, we'll say, animated coaches in the state of New Mexico. Forget, southeast New Mexico. Forget, New Mexico in general. They are two of the most animated coaches ever. It actually reminds me a little bit, if you're an old fan of the junior college plays, many years ago, Howard College had a coach named Tommy Collins who reminds me a whole lot of Coach Casey Pack, and Coach Michael Mondragon reminds me an awful lot. I think it's his uncle, Coach Mondragon, who was at Clarendon for a long time. So reminds me a little bit of that. So just a little, West Texas, Southeast New Mexico basketball JUCO history there. Yeah, that was always fun. A little bit, I remember it, somebody saying it was a lot like watching two guys who were channeling their inner Bobby Knights. And sometimes Coach Mondragon and Coach Pack can be that way as well. So here at the Bulldog Pit on a Tuesday night, win or go home for the Lovington Wildcats. You must win if you want your season to continue. For Artesia, they just want to get the highest seed they can. They're aiming for number 1. Right now, number 2, that little hiccup they had against Portales, I think might wind up costing them the number 1 seed, but they're still the defending state champs, and they hold that trophy until somebody knocks them off. So we are clicking down to the end of the pregame clock here at the Bulldog Pit. So we will go ahead and wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report from Stone Oilfield Services. When you need a friend out in the patch, well, you've got it with the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. W.H. Stone and the whole Stone family, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. We'll take a timeout, come back, and set this one up and tip it off. It's the Wildcats and the Bulldogs from Artesia tonight here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This and grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For 75 years, the Gandy outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up. Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back. We are ready for the District 4-4A District Tournament. The start of it tonight between your 4th-seeded Lovington Wildcats under head coach Casey Pack at 5-21 on the year. Win or go home time for the Wildcats. The Cats in the road blues with the white letters and numbers and Cats in script on the front. On the other side, let me give you the starting lineup first. It'll be number 3, Danny Crystal, number 4, Elijah Rivero, number 20, JoJo Perez, number 22, Chase Terrell, and number 23, Donovan Gomez. For the home team Artesia Bulldogs, they are 20-5 on the year, 5-1 in district under Michael Mondragon. They are the number 1 team in class number 2 in 4A and number 1 out of the district. So they will be in the home whites with the orange letters and numbers, Bulldogs on the front. It'll be Campbell, Vega, Egeland, Hodling, and Kincaid on the floor for Artesia. So it'll be Kincaid to take the jump against Gomez, and we are ready to go. District tournament time here in Artesia at the Bulldog Pit tonight. And the opening tip-off will be controlled by Artesia. And a quick give and go, and running through Campbell puts it up, no good, but the rebound is brought down by Egeland, and Artesia scores first. They lead it early 2-0. As JoJo, the little backcourt pressure, crosses the timeline, tosses it to the free throw line, then around to Rivero, and has it tipped away and out. Any oopsies on the camera tonight, I apologize in advance for. I am flying solo. So Rivero will toss it into the backcourt, gets it into JoJo. Perez takes it into the front court, hands it to Elijah. Throw the fastball to Chase, then back to Rivero. He'll pull the trigger from 15. It is up, it is no good, and it'll be Egeland with his second rebound of the ball game. The Bulldogs want to run. They are back the other way. Throw the high inlet pass, trying to get it into the post, and a shot up, no good, and they are going to say Kincaid traveled before he got the shot off, and so that'll be a turnover for Artesia. 40 seconds into this one, the Dogs lead the Cats 2-0 in the opening round of the district tournament here tonight. Win or go home for the Wildcats. Rivero to the front court, bounces it over. Get it around to Criswell. He'll come back to the center with Perez. Perez over to Rivero. Rivero looks for some room on him. Very tight is Hodling. Hands it off to Criswell on a little turnaround, then gives it off to Perez. Crossover as he comes back. Tries to throw it in the middle. It'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. On the fast break, turn back over, though. Right back to Lovington, to Terrell. He'll take it through the left baseline. Shot up, no good. Chase will get his own rebound, and they will reset. Around to Rivero. A little stutter step. Hippity hop through the lane, and Elijah pushes it through. And we are tied at 2 apiece here early at the Bulldog Pit. Push it over to Campbell in front of the Wildcat bench. Then backing it up as Hodling will set the offense between the rings. Back to Campbell on the far side. Rivero giving him a little room. To Egeland, then coming near side, and a whistle away from the ball, and we'll have a foul on Lovington. We're going to have a hold. They're going to whistle that on Chase Terrell. That'll be his first team foul on the Wildcats, is on the floor. So Artesia Bulldog, they'll push it into Kincaid, who gives it to Hodling on the left base, and Hodling will put it up and in. And Artesia takes the early 4-2 lead. Lovington is going to have some trouble with the size of this Bulldog squad. They're going to have to beat size with speed, and they're going to have to be on to Gomez, trying to get it to Terrell on the baseline. He gets it but bobbles it. He'll do a little turnaround, not going to fall, and it'll be Kincaid with his first rebound. To Hodling, push it to Campbell, drives hard to the rack, put it up, count the bucket and the foul. So Charlie Campbell just drives through and pulls the foul. They're going to whistle that one on Rivero. His first personal, second team foul on the Cats. 6-2 with a 3-point opportunity as Manny will come in. That's Manny Perez. Goes in for Chase Terrell. As Campbell at the line for the and one. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it. It is off the front of the iron, no good, but the rebound was made by Kincaid. His putback won't fall, and it'll be Rivero who will come away with it. Lovington back the other way, a little push shot up for Lovington, and Criswell no good, and it'll be Egeland with his third rebound of the ball game. Hodling runs the point, takes it into the front court, bounces it into Campbell in the right baseline. He'll go and he'll put a hot shot up. Not going to go, and it's flipped and flopped, and finally Perez comes away with it, pushes it forward to Rivero. Elijah to Donovan, right corner for three. It is off the glass, off the mark. Egeland from the Bulldogs. As that's going to be Braylon Vega getting it and then losing it. Another turnover for Artesia, and a whistle sounds, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Lovington. Or did it get away from them? Yep, got away from them, so it'll be the second turnover for the Wildcats. 5:09 to go here in the first. Artesia leading this one by a score of 6-2. Hodling crosses the timeline, bounces it into the corner to Vega. Vega back around to Hodling, into Campbell, and top of the arc for three, but he traveled. 4 turnovers now for Artesia. Lovington needs to find a way to capitalize on it. Criswell, Rivero, Perez, and Gomez on the floor for the Wildcats. Campbell, Vega, Egeland, Hodling, Kincaid still on the floor for Artesia. Shot up, and that one won't fall. Manny Perez comes away with it. Lovington will reset. Around to Criswell, then come near side to Rivero as Vega picks him up. Over to Criswell in front of the Artesia bench. Trying to feed it inside, swatted away by Artesia. On the fast break, Vega on the left lane, and he will lay it up and in. And it is 8-2 quickly in favor of Artesia. Back, and they'll bounce it to Criswell. He takes it to the right block and then out to JoJo. Perez has to cycle it around. Vega gives him a little bit of room. 4:15 remaining here in the first. To Manny, get it inside to Donovan in the left block, but he is quickly trapped up and is forced out. Around to Perez. That's JoJo, cycles it left to right to Criswell, then into the deep right corner, Rivero to Gomez. High post, then to Manny, left slot, 3 ball up, off the glass, and it'll be Campbell who will come away with the basketball for the Bulldogs. He'll bring it into the front court. Artesia will set it up, and then they're going to call an offensive foul. They're going to call the block foul on Egeland. Actually, they're going to call that on Kincaid, his first personal, first team foul, 5th turnover for Artesia, and timeout by the Wildcats. 3:46 remaining in the first quarter. Lovington trailing 8-2. It's a full timeout. We'll be back as Wildcat basketball continues in just a moment.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil
Commitment
Services.
runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Lovington out of the timeout as Chicken will check in. That's Chicken Perez. Miguel, I called him that once, and I won't do it again. They try and trap him up in the backcourt. To the front court with JoJo. Get it to Rivero. Left wing for 3, and bang! Elijah with 5 in the ball game. All 5 on the board for Lovington as the Cats get it back to within 3. Hodling crosses the timeline for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Vega on the near side. Pushing out to Campbell, then around to Hodling. Into Vega. He'll go through the left lane, put it up off the side of the glass. No good. Egeland with another rebound. and he'll feed it out to Hodling. Around to Campbell, right wing for three, and Campbell answers. He's got 5 in the ball game. Now 11-5 in favor of the Bulldogs. Cats need to bring it back. Full court pressure on for Artesia. Rivero gets it, throw it to Gomez. High post, goes to the right lane, has to kick it out. Then a travel is an extra step taken by JoJo. 4th turnover for the Wildcats. 2:52 remaining here in the first. Bulldogs send some reinforcements in, and Jack Byers and also Corbin Dominguez. So Dominguez and Byers in. And the inbound will come into Campbell. He'll pick it up off the floor from the inbound by Dominguez and bring it into the Artesia offensive zone. And then a whistle sounds, and Coach Pack teed up. You knew it was just a matter of time. Casey can be awfully emotional. Sometimes it gets to him. So the technical on Coach Casey Pack, and Charlie Campbell will go to the line to shoot the tacks. Casey still over there arguing. Casey, calm down. First one up for Campbell and is good. Casey still arguing over there. He's not turning Roswell red yet, but he's getting there. Second one is up, and that one is off the mark for Campbell, who's just 1 of 3 from the line. So now 12-5 the score, and it'll be Bulldog basketball right in front of us here with Dominguez to inbound it. He'll put it into Vega, who will control. 2:41 to go. Artesia basketball after the tack. And Vega will pull the long three-pointer, and a high rebound going to be made by Dominguez, and then he gets bumped. Manny, nifty little job there trying to get to him, but they are going to call the bump before he could take it away from him. So that'll be on Perez. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Wildcats. Dominguez to inbound from the right baseline. Looks for somebody to spring. He'll get Campbell out near right in front of me with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first. Campbell just going to control it. Lovington back in a 2-3 look. Dominguez to Campbell, fakes the pass, drives in, loses it off of his foot, and Lovington will take it away. That'll be the 6th turnover for the Bulldogs. So the Cats with an opportunity here to get back into it. Chicken works against Vega, takes it left side, underhands it to Manny. Manny to Gomez, free throw line is shot up, not going to fall. Running for it is Kincaid, his 3rd board of the ball game. And Artesia back, another empty possession for the Cats. Into the deep right corner, Vega for 3, off the mark, and it'll be a rebound for Dominguez, his 2nd, and he drives it hard to the rack and will put it home on the left side. So now 14-5. 9-point deficit for the Cats, their biggest of the ball game. Push it through traffic to Chicken in the front court. Cats back on the offense. Have not been able to capitalize on the 6 Artesia turnovers. On the give and go into the corner. Manny for 3, and bang! Manny Perez with the 3 ball. Now it is 14-8. Lovington back to within 6. 1:19 remaining in the first. If they can heat the 3s up, that could keep him in this one. Into the corner with Dominguez. Rivero giving him a little room, and then we're going to have a foul called away from the basketball. I think they're going to get Gomez for a push, as he and Kincaid were battling on the block. They're going to call that on Gomez, so that'll be his first personal, and that will be the 5th team foul on Lovington. So that'll put Clay Kincaid at the line to shoot 2. So now Artesia in the bonus. First one for Kincaid is up, and it is good. The big boys' first points of the ball game. Makes it a 15-8 score as Gomez will check out. Chase Terrell back in for Lovington. As Coach Casey Pack, something he didn't like. He's chasing Donovan down the bench. We're telling him he's got to be careful under there. Second one is up for Kincaid, and it is good. It's the 6'8", 200 plus. He's listed at 6'8", 200. The 6'8", I can believe. I would think probably more like about 230, 240. I'm 200. I'm also not 6'8", and that kid makes me look like a dwarf. So it'll be Chicken to the lane, kicking it into the right corner. Perez, that's Manny, thinks about the 3. Works it around to Rivero. Dominguez will pick him up on the bounce pass to Chicken. Runs into a wall of trees to Terrell. Deep left corner. Chase almost in trouble. Gets it out as Hodling gets to him. Lovington will reset the offense with 43 seconds remaining here in the first. Amani to Chase. Going against Byers, who just checked in a few minutes ago. Rivero, a little stop and go, and then a foul called as Elijah started his drive. Going to call that on Dominguez, his first personal. That'll just be the second team foul on Artesia. So now Tootie McNeil will come in for Artesia. Charlie Campbell will take a seat. 32 seconds to go. Artesia doubling up Lovington 16-8. It is Wildcat basketball on the right baseline. Criswell gets it into Chicken. Rez around, and he will toss it off to JoJo. Now near side to Criswell. Criswell back out to JoJo, working right at the timeline. 20 seconds to go. Artesia a 1-2-2 look. To Chicken, bouncing it over, and then a little miscommunication as he throws it away. As Terrell was going up the baseline. JoJo threw it into the corner. Fifth turnover for the Wildcats. So Artesia basketball with 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Hodling controls it, crosses into the Artesia offensive zone. Gets a double screen, right slot for three. It's good. Cale Hodling with 5. Makes it a 19-8 score, and at the buzzer, that one going to be just a little bit short. So we have played a quarter here at the Bulldog Pit. It is Artesia 19, Lovington 8. We'll be back. More Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook page.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, Porta-John trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit after a quarter, Lovington with a hole to dig out of. They trail Artesia 19-8 in this one. Welcome back. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. My partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, is handling the girls' game at Wildcat Gym tonight, opening round of the girls' tournament. And so Lovington quickly will get it back underway here in the second quarter. They got to figure something out. They trail by 11. Won the turnover battle, but lost everything else. Get it to Donovan. Starters back out there except for Manny. He's on the wing. He'll put up the three ball. That one is off the mark, and it'll be McNeil with the rebound. 12 rebounds as a team for the Bulldogs, only 3 for Lovington. Definitely got to find a way to clean the glass as Vega directs traffic, tosses in to Kincaid. Goes against Gomez. He'll turn around, pop a shot from 10. Not going to fall, and the rebound going to be brought down by JoJo. That's his second. He turns on the Jets, gets it into the front court. Getting back quickly on him is Hodling. To the top of the arc, Gomez thinks about the three, and he thinks better of it. Into the corner to JoJo, and Donovan will pull the trigger. Deep left corner, not going to go, and it'll be McNeil with the rebound. Another rebound, one and done for the Wildcats. 1 minute gone here in the second. Hand it to Vega. JoJo gets to him. He'll spin into the paint, put up a shot, leans, and they are going to get Manny for the foul, I'm thinking. Nope, they're going to call it on JoJo. His first personal, first team foul on the Wildcats. And it will be shots for Braylon Vega. Of course, the Hobbs transfer. Now playing here in Artesia. Transferred in last year. So Vega, his first trip to the line, puts it up, and that one off the mark. Artesia now just 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Vega with 2 points. So Kingston Goodrich in for Lovington. He'll go in for Donovan Gomez. And he'll take it to the front. He and Elijah will be up front. So Vega Second on the way is up, and that one is off the mark, and it'll be Rivero with his second board of the ball game. Lovington wants to run to Goodrich. Into the corner to Chicken. Back in the ball game then for three. JoJo's shot up, no good. Goodrich comes through, tries to save it, and winds up throwing it into the crowd, but good hustle for Kingston Goodrich, the sophomore guard for the Wildcats. We're waiting to see where the basketball's gone. Was in one corner and wound up actually right behind me. Good hustle for Goodrich, but another empty possession for the Wildcats. 6:40 remaining, first half. Toddling will cross the timeline, bring it into the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. To Kincaid, to Hodling, and then a lane violation on Artesia. That'll be their 7th turnover of the ball game. And the Wildcats will take another timeout with 6.5 to go here in the first half. We'll be back as Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Little full court pressure on as we get back to the action out of the Lovington timeout. Chicken to Goodrich, then around to JoJo, top of the arc, huddling to him quickly. Back over to Perez, that's Chicken, the little head fake for Rivero, goes in, tries the reverse layup, gets the foul. So that'll put Elijah at the line for 2. They're going to call that on McNeil. That'll be his first personal. It'll be the first team foul on Artesia here in the quarter, and it'll put Elijah at the line for 2. And puts it up and gets it home, and Lovington will finally break the ice on the second quarter with 6:11 to go first half. As Charlie Campbell will come back in for Artesia. He goes in for McNeil. So Rivero at the line, made the first. He's got 6 of the 9 on the board for Lovington. Second for Elijah, nothing but the bottom of the net. So Lovington closes back to within 9. Vega to the front court, uses up the dribble, around to Hodling to Campbell. The left slot, and then we're going to have a charge foul, offensive foul. They're going to whistle Vega for that one. No. Yeah, they're going to get that on Kincaid, so that'll be his second personal. That'll be the 8th turnover for Artesia. No, Kincaid going to check out. Jack Byers going to have to come in for him. So Wildcat basketball here with a chance to cut into this lead some. Goodrich bobbles momentarily, gets it back around to Rivero. Rivero against Vega, and then we're going to have an offensive foul the other way. They're going to have a block foul on Kingston Goodrich. That'll be his first personal, second team foul, and that'll be the 6th turnover on the Wildcats. Wildcats winning the turnover battle 8-6, but losing on the scoreboard by 9. They haven't been able to capitalize on those TOs. Vega in the near side. Eglin spins through the block, shot up, or not a shot, but loses it, and right into the hands of Chicken. Perez pushes it forward to JoJo. As Hodling picks him up, JoJo to the free throw line, around to Criswell. Lovington will have to reset, though, after good pressure from the Bulldogs. To Criswell, thinks about the 3, and a little hesitation, goes to the right baseline, bounces into the middle, loses the basketball. 7th turnover for Lovington, into the hands of Byers. Back down the court, into the corner with Campbell. Chicken gets to him quickly. Campbell will just cycle it back around to Hodling. 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. Artesia still looking for their first points of the quarter. And Campbell drives in and travels before he can let it fly. 10th turnover for Artesia. Lovington has got to start capitalizing here as Donovan Gomez will come back in for the Wildcats. He'll go in for Goodrich, who saw some good minutes and some athletic play. So a little backcourt pressure applied by Hodling. Lovington still is yet to cross the timeline to Rivero. He will cross the timeline, throw the fastball to Gomez. Goes hard to the rack, but is partially blocked out. And coming away with it will be Egeland, and Artesia will bring it back down the court. Pass trying to get it to Vega. Chris will almost picking it off. Vega from the left block. 12-footer is up, and it'll be Chicken with the rebound. That'll be his first. Perez runs the point to Rivero. Rivero, a little push off, no call, shot up, not going to fall, and it'll be Byers with the rebound. Lovington just cannot buy a bucket right now. Neither can Artesia for that matter, and that's a good thing because it's only a 9-point, then a strip. Lovington will get it back. Push it to Rivero, back the other way. Spin move in the high post is going to be blocked and saving it in, but right to Gomez. So Lovington will reset. Got a break there. 3:53 to go, first half. Lovington down by 9. Gomez at the free throw line. Then around to Rivero. A tip by Gomez, but into the hands of JoJo. Perez will back it up near the timeline with 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Gomez directs traffic. Byers out on him. Puts the head down, but Byers runs him out, and a whistle. Yep, they're going to say he traveled. 8th turnover for Lovington. So again, the Cats get a turnover, but then cannot capitalize. Coming up empty. Coming in will be Corbin Dominguez, also Tootie McNeil back in for Artesia. Criswell, Rivero, Gomez, Goodrich, and Perez. That's Chicken on the floor for Lovington. Hodling picks up the dribble, almost travels, gets it off before he can, and then throwing it into the middle, and foul as they try and feed it into the post. They'll get Chicken for his first personal. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Lovington. Is on the floor. So it'll be Hodling to inbound it from the right baseline. Directs traffic, pushes it out to Dominguez. Dominguez between the rings, near side to Campbell. Thinks about the 3 now. He'll go NBA distance 3. That one off the mark, and the rebound by Byers is up. His putback not going to fall, and it'll be a rebound by Goodrich. That'll be his first. Goodrich leaves it off for Chicken, who will run the point. Cats into the front court. 2:59 remaining here in the first half, and then a foul going to be called on McNeil. His second personal, 3rd team foul on Artesia. Lovington defense has done a nice job. Artesia has yet to score here in the second quarter. Lovington's only scored 2, so they hadn't cut into it just a whole lot. To Criswell, top of the arc. Campbell gets to him quickly. Danny going to have to back it up and cycle it around. Bouncing over to Rivero in front of the Artesia bench. Now coming near side, Gomez, ooh, almost a travel. Criswell gets it and into Goodrich, deep left corner. He'll take it into the paint, throw it to Rivero, cutting back door, and Elijah up and in. 9 points for Elijah, and Lovington cuts it down to a 7-point deficit with 2:20 remaining here in the first half. Quick moving first half to Hodling. Goodrich gets to him quickly, uses up the dribble, long cross court pass to Campbell. Left wing for 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. 9 points for Campbell, and that will break the schneid. Then a bad pass the other way. Lovington turns it over. Campbell back, he'll pop the 3 from the right slot. Rebound, and they are gonna count the bucket and the foul. Rebound by McNeil. His 3rd board, and they are gonna call the push on Goodrich. That'll be his second personal, 4th team foul. And so now it'll be McNeil at the line for the and 1. And Artesia, just like that, stretches it out to a 12-point lead. They're a team that can go on torrid runs. Lovington just coming up empty when they had their cold moments. So the and 1 is up, and it is down for McNeil. And now 25-12, 13-point lead for Artesia, their biggest of the ball game. Under 2 to go here in the first half. Backcourt pressure, Lovington to Gomez, who backs it out. Then a bad pass. That'll be the 10th turnover for the Wildcats. Throw the fastball underneath, get it into Dominguez, or McNeil. His shot not going to fall. And Gomez with the rebound. Back the other way. Off the tip. Chicken with it. Push it in. left block, turn around from 5 and rattle it home for Elijah Rivero. 25-14, back the other way. A little pop-a shot, no good. Rivero gets it off of the McNeil miss. Lovington back the other way, taking it coast to coast. The little underhand scoop up by JoJo. And it'll be Dominguez with his third rebound of the ball game. Push it down, McNeil controls, gets a little bump. Goodrich will steal it away. A lot of back and forth going on here as Goodrich takes it hard through the right lane and up and in. Kingston Goodrich, his first points of the ball game. Lovington now back to just a 9-point deficit. Under a minute to play here in the first half as Campbell just walks it across the timeline to Vega as Goodrich gets to him. Coming to Campbell, then to Dominguez. Dominguez tossing in. And a little spin move up and in by Eglin. No good, but we'll have a foul called. And on the rebound, going to call it on McNeil. That'll be his third personal, fourth team foul. Well, he wipes out a rebound. So Byers will come in. And it'll be Lovington basketball. 33 seconds remaining here in the half. Trailing by 9, and it is win or go home time for the Cats. Got to find a way to neutralize the Dogs. Two Rivero's had a great first half. Chicken with it, works against Vega. Little head fake, takes it through the left lane, runs into Dominguez, puts up the wild shot, no good, and then Artesia pushes it out into the corner. Should stay Lovington basketball. Wow, they're going to say Lovington touched it last. All right. So Artesia can play for the last shot here with 12 seconds to go. Eglin to Campbell. JoJo thinks about pressuring and then backs it into the offensive zone. Off of the screen from Byers. Campbell coast to coast off the glass. Rebound by Byers, no good. And then at the buzzer, it'll be a rebound for Eglin. He'll also get the bucket. And so two more right at the buzzer makes it 27-16 in favor of Artesia as we go to the half. So the Wildcats with some work to do as we go to the second half. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, it is halftime, and the Bulldogs leading the Wildcats 27-16. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And the Cats are going to have to get up and go if they want to come back in this one. Let's look at the numbers in the first half of this one. For Artesia, their leading scorer right now is Charlie Campbell. He's got 9 in the books. Cale Hodling with 5. Then you got 4 for Trent Egeland. Egeland, the leading rebounder, he's got 7 in the first half. Then you got 3 points in the books for Tootie McNeil, 2 points for Braylon Vega, 2 points Corbin Dominguez, and 2 points for Clay Kincaid. As mentioned, Egeland, the leading rebounder with 7. 20 rebounds as a team for Artesia in that first half. They go 4 of 8, 50-50 from the charity stripe, turning the ball over 12 times. Lovington not able to capitalize on, but I think one of those turnovers. 19 points in the first, only 8 in the second. That's how Artesia gets to their 27 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. So in the Elijah Rivero show, Elijah, the senior guard for the Cats, with 11 points in the first half. Then it drops off, though. Manny Perez with 3, Kingston Goodrich with 2, and that's it. Rivero also the leading rebounder for the Wildcats. He had 3 in that first half. JoJo Perez had a couple, but just 9 rebounds as a team for Lovington in that first half. All kinds of trouble against the inside size of Artesia. They were perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 8 points in the first, 8 in the second. That's how they get to their 16 on the board. 10 turnovers for Lovington. So some other scores coming in from district tournament time. It is halftime at Wildcat Gym, and it is 17-all. The Wildcats and the Lady Dogs battling it out in the first round of the girls tournament. Of course, Lovington can win that ball game. They will play on Friday night, probably against Portales. Other scores from district tournament action tonight. It is halftime, and the Tatum boys taking it to the Hagerman boys 28-18, and the Jowl boys more than doubling up on Loving 36-17. So those are our other district tournament games scores for tonight, all of them at the half, as is this one. Our score here, 27-16. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how keys to the second half. Well, it is pretty easy if you're the Cats. You have to capitalize on your opportunities. They did a great job on defense, forcing 12 turnovers in that first half, but not able to capitalize on them. You're going to have to be patient on offense, and I think they've done it, but patience also means you have to cash it in. If they want to run, that could work to their advantage. Of course, Artesia is a team that is very athletic, so you're going to have trouble running them into the ground, but Lovington faster, although much smaller. If they can use that speed to get the defense shifting and moving, that could come into play. But the Wildcats going to have to make good, crisp, clean passes in order to get that working like they need it to. Really what they've got to do, like I said, just take advantage of your opportunities. They had a golden opportunity, several of them in that second quarter, where Artesia just went ice cold, only scoring 8 points. So the second quarter tied, but you can't count on Artesia being that cold and having that much trouble going forward in the ball game. So you got to come out and play like your hair is on fire and like there is no tomorrow, because if you're the Wildcats, well, let's be honest, if you don't win this game, there is no tomorrow. And you head to the baseball diamond, you head to the track, or you start getting ready for football season for the underclassmen graduation for the seniors. And I don't quite think they're ready to do that yet. The Wildcats still with a half to play and still within distance, only a 9-point deficit, and a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda in the first half. But the Cats with the options, they just got to find them, they got to take them, they got to find the hot hand and ride it if they can. So with that, that'll wrap up your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half right after this. Lovington Wildcat basketball continues here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics, and the Lovington is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up. Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Back here in Artesia, start of the second half of this first round district tournament matchup. Artesia with the basketball as we get back to it. Artesia, the number 1 seed against Lovington, number 4. And Vega just off the inbound, pops the tray, and Artesia comes out and says, all right, we're going to try and turn the heat up on you. So back up by 14 now, their biggest lead of the ball game. Go to the front court, and then an offensive foul called on Lovington. They're going to call the push. Going to call that on Donovan Gomez, and so that'll be the 11th turnover for the Wildcats. This is the danger zone now for Lovington. You do not want to let this one get out of hand. Starters on the floor for your Cats. As to the front court, Campbell to Vega, NBA distance 3, in and out, off the tip into the hands of JoJo. Perez will bring it back down the court for the Wildcats. To Rivero, feeds it coast to coast and up and in for Elijah with 13 points in the ball game. Lovington's first score. Back down the other way to Vega, puts the shot up, and he'll be fouled. Tries to turn it on. Are they going to call Donovan on that one? Yep, they are. So that'll be his third personal, second team foul. But Donovan going to have to come out as Vega heads to the line where he is 0 of 2. So Vega, first shot is up, and it is good. He's got 6 points in the ball game. Now 30-18, back up to a 12-point Artesia lead. 31-18, pardon me. Second shot up for Vega, and that one is off the mark, and it'll be Gomez with the rebound. Lovington wants to run underneath to Terrell and makes a nifty little head move, and Campbell goes up underneath him. So that should put Terrell. Yep, they're going to get Campbell for his first personal, first team foul. And so Chase Terrell at the line for 2. First trip to the line for Chase, has a rebound in the ball game. And his first free throw attempt is no good. Our score 31-18, just underway in the third quarter. Manny Perez will come in. Donovan Gomez is going to have to sit with 3 personals. So Terrell missing the first, will eye the second. Knees bent, eyes it, skies it. That one off the mark, and it'll be Campbell who skies for the rebound. Artesia wants to run. get it inside, and then the leaning dunk for Trent Eglund goes over the top and dunks it home. So now 33-18, 15-point Wildcat deficit. Cats quickly back the other way and then off of Danny Criswell's foot. And that'll be the 12th turnover for the Wildcats. Again, I mentioned it, this is where things can get dangerous. Eglund will inbound it to Campbell, who's going to run the point, brings it up the near side and into the offensive zone. To Hodling, inside to Kincaid, and he'll spin and take it to the rack from the low post. And now 35-18, Artesia going on one of those runs, and then a bad pass and tipped by Campbell. It almost wound up in my lap. Well, Lovington maintains possession. Criswell from just to my right. And I apologize for any shoddy camera work. I am flying completely solo tonight. JoJo gets a screen from Terrell. 18-footer is up and in. JoJo puts it in. Lovington cuts it back to 15. Quickly back, though, the other way. And Kincaid tries to lean it in for a dunk, and Chase says nuh-uh. And so that'll be the second personal on Chase Terrell. Third team foul on Lovington. So Kincaid at the line, where he is 2 for 2. Both the big boys' points in the first half coming from the charity stripe. And his first one is up, and that one is off the mark. So 35-20, still the score. Kingston Goodrich comes in. Chase Terrell checks out. 6:10 remaining here in the third quarter. 15-point deficit for the Cats. Kincaid trying to make it 16 and will not. And the rebound by Rivero. That'll be his fourth. Rivero to JoJo. Quickly the other way. Push it out to Manny. Perez near side to Rivero. Hodling gives him a little bit of room with 6 minutes remaining here in the third. Push it out to JoJo near center court. Perez directs traffic. Artesia clogging up the lane. Lovington not moving the ball particularly well. Goodrich bouncing it to the left baseline, and then Rivero is going to be blocked in and have it taken away by Hodling. Back down comes Artesia to Vega, and he's going to get fouled as he leans it over from the left baseline. I think they're going to get Manny on that. Yep, they're going to get Manny Perez for that one. His second personal, fourth team foul on the Wildcats. So already Artesia picking up the pace and wanting to take it to the free throw line. So Vega at the line where he is 1 of 4 and make it 2 of 5. 36-20, up to a 16-point lead. Ties the biggest lead of the ball game for the Bulldogs. Vega's second one is on the way, and that one is off the mark, but Eglund is there with the rebound, and he will get the roll on the putback. 8 points for Trent Eglund. 38-20, Lovington trailing by 18. 5.5 to go here in the third. If Lovington's got that gear, they need to find it right now before this one gets any more out of hand. Down by 18. They're going to get the walk, or they got the foul on the floor. The Artesia wanted the walk on Criswell, but they're going to say it was the hold that forced him to do it. Going to whistle that one on Campbell, his second personal. Second team foul on the Bulldogs. It is on the floor. They were very emphatic about that. So it will stay Wildcat basketball. Rivero from his own baseline, just under the bucket, tries to toss it in, and Hodling says nuh-uh, knocks it into the stands. Into some young lady's nachos over there. Better check and make sure there's no cheese on the ball. As they get it to Goodrich, he'll kick it out into the left corner, and then a bad pass and another turnover for the Wildcats. Still a long way to go in the third. Artesia's going to want to run. Eglund into Campbell. And Artesia will reset the offense. Campbell, a little slide. JoJo stays with him, picks up the dribble, needs some help, and he'll lean it from the right block. Shot up, no good. He's fouled. I think they're going to get JoJo, who's barking a little bit. Ref tells him, settle down, young man. So they're going to call that one on Perez, his second personal. Fifth team foul, and so Artesia in the bonus already. Still 4:51 remaining here in the third. So free throw shooting contest favors Artesia at this point because they are up now by 19 as Campbell gets the first. 39-20. trying to get this to a 20-point lead. It was just 9 at the half. But Artesia has stretched it out. 11 points for Charlie Campbell, makes it a 20-point deficit as Chicken will come in for Criswell. You got JoJo, Chicken, Rivero, Manny. Who am I missing? Ah, there's Goodrich. Okay, that's who I was missing. Hodling, Eglund, Vega, Kincaid, and Campbell on the floor for Artesia. Bounce it to JoJo. Front of the Lovington bench. Backs it up under pressure to Chicken. Left corner partially blocked coming out of his hands. And it'll be Hodling who winds up with the basketball, but throws it away at center court. Good turnover for the Wildcats to JoJo. Left corner for three. It is off the mark. Battle for the rebound, and Campbell will wind up with it, and he will toss elbows. Goodrich comes up, and then Campbell says something. The ref telling him to settle it down. They're going to call Goodrich for the foul. That'll be his third personal. And so it's a 6-team foul. Artesia already in the bonus, and Campbell will head down. Ref, I think, told him to shut his mouth and just go take his free throws. He was throwing some elbows. You're not really supposed to do that. As Ty Friend would say, washing machine action there, and Goodrich taking a little offense at it. Campbell's first is up, and it is off the mark. Jack Byers will come in for Clay Kincaid. Vega will also take a seat as Corbin Dominguez in. Of course, mentioned in the pregame show, this Artesia squad, senior laden. 13 kids on the roster, 11 of them seniors. So now 21-point deficit for the Cats to try and claw out of with 12-plus minutes of clock time left. JoJo gets the screen from Chicken, keeps it himself, goes around, and then they're going to get Hodling for the block. That'll be his first personal, just the third team foul. And it is on the floor. Then they'll inbound it just to my right as Rivero will inbound it with Lovington in a hole, gets it into the backcourt under a little bit of pressure from the Bulldogs. Elijah gets it back. Dominguez on him tight, gets a screen from Goodrich. Over to Chicken. Chicken takes it to the right baseline, goes all the way through, kicks it into the left corner. That's JoJo, then back to Chicken. Thinks about the three, brings it in on the baseline. Bouncing through to Goodrich. That one going to be tipped by Hodling. I think Hodling or Byers underneath was screened out by the ref. Stays Lovington basketball, that's the important thing. Rivero to inbound it right of his own bucket. Bounces in, and that one is off the mark. And to me, it's the first time I've had to field the basketball all year. At least it didn't break anything. So the high inlet, and that one will be stolen away by Hodling. Another turnover for the Wildcats to Campbell, and then it'll be another leaner for Egeland. He's got 12 in the ball game. 43-20, and a whistle on the inbound. Lovington had it knocked away. Got to call Goodrich on the foul. That'll be his fourth personal, and Artesia will get to throw it in. 16 turnovers for Lovington. Ouch. So Campbell at the line. 12 points for Charlie Campbell. And make it 13. Artesia stretching it dangerously close to where this could get to running clock time. Criswell comes in. Donovan Gomez comes in. So Campbell made the first, eyes the second, puts it up, and not going to fall, and it'll be Manny with the rebound. Manny's second rebound of the ball game. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third. To Chicken, goes through the post into the paint, the little floater up and good. Chicken gets his first bucket of the ball game. Campbell takes it coast to coast off the inbound, partially blocked, and he travels. 14th turnover for Artesia, as they have picked up the defensive pressure here in the second half. Lovington now with 16 turnovers as Artesia going to drop back into a half-court D with 3:13 remaining, a 22-point lead. Perez, that's JoJo, crossing the timeline, handing it to Donovan. Byers stays with him. Gomez goes through the left lane. Shot up, and it'll be a 9th rebound for Egeland. He's one away from a double-double. To Campbell through pressure and through traffic. Spin move on the right baseline, and they say double dribbled. 15th turnover for Artesia. And give it back to Lovington. Coach Casey Pack. Lead it up. They got to take advantage. He's not wrong. Gomez with it, backs it out under pressure from Byers to Criswell. Criswell hippity hop to the left block. Shot up and no good, and Byers will have his 4th board of the ball game. One and done again. Kincaid waits to check in for Artesia. Into the corner, Dominguez trying to throw it inside. They will, and it'll be another dunk, kind of an oopsie dunk for Egeland. Now 46-22, back to a 24-point deficit for the Wildcats. 2:18 remaining here in the third. To Chicken, takes it to the left slot, then comes back to JoJo in the right slot. He'll take it to the free throw line, then the reverse layup, and good through the left lane. JoJo Perez now. 4 points in the quarter, 4 points in the ball game. 46-24, Cats trailing by 22 in what very well could be the final game of the season. And then a whistle. Gonna have a whistle underneath. Gonna call Byers on the offensive foul. That'll be his first personal, 4th team foul on Artesia. So next one will put Lovington in the bonus. 16 turnovers for the Bulldogs. JoJo will pick it up off the inbound from Chicken. And Chicken will get it back as JoJo crosses the timeline. Now to Manny. And throw it in to Criswell. He'll take it to the right block. Shot up, and Vega with the rebound for Artesia. Keeps it himself, turns on the Jets, goes coast to coast, and will lay it in off the left glass. 48-24. 9 points now in the ball game for Vega. And Donovan travels, coming back the other way. So 48-24. Cats in a big hole late in the ball game. 1:19, 1:18 and counting remaining here in the third. Campbell going to be content just to walk it across and into the offensive zone. To Dominguez, to Vega, right corner, thought about the three. Criswell got to him quickly, back to Vega, right corner, 3 ball up. Off the mark, Campbell will have his 4th board of the ball game. Artesia will reset. They can just play keep away at this point. The clock, their friend. Campbell drives into the lane, goes hard to the rack, and puts it home. Campbell makes it a 50-24 ball game. Lovington down by 26, 41 seconds remaining. To Manny, left corner for 3, off the rebound. That'll be his 4th. To a breaking Jack Byers, who takes it to the rack. Jack Byers, his first bucket of the ball game. Now 52-24. 24 seconds to go. The head fake by JoJo to Manny, trying to throw it inside. Criswell gets to it. Now he'll get it to Chicken on the left block, or the left base rather, and up and in. 52-26. Artesia doubling up the Wildcats. Campbell across the timeline with 5 on the clock. Little hesitation, give and go, goes hard to the rack. Shot up, no good, and a foul whistled right at the buzzer. It'll be on Artesia's. They're going to call the push foul on Kincaid. So Lovington, that should, nope, they're going to say dead ball. So, all right, well, that'll do it for the third quarter. Artesia all over the Wildcats in this one, 52-26. Wildcat basketball back in just a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit, the Wildcats with a hole to dig out of and not much time to do it. They trail 52-26. Back here, I'm TJ Miracle. There's a Wildcat basketball to start the fourth. JoJo kicks it out to Rivero into the corner. To Chicken, goes against the trees, throws it into the middle and right underneath the chair there. Well, trying for it, but not able to get it. I fumbled it too, so not just the Wildcats today. So back to the front court. And then we're gonna have a foul called, and they're gonna say, yep, they're gonna count the bucket as Kincaid gonna get Gomez for his fourth personal. And Kincaid at the line for the opportunity for the and one. Artesia only 50-50 from the line. It has not mattered from the floor. They are much better. And he will get the and one and make it 55-26. Chase Terrell checking back in for Lovington with 7.5 minutes probably remaining in their season. Unless the basketball god starts smiling on the blue and white. To Rivero. To Perez. Hodling on him tight. Now handing it to Chicken. Chicken takes it to the left block, but then gets run out by Hodling. Bouncing it over through pressure. Rivero throwing it to Terrell, right base, and then on the give and go right through the slot, up the middle and in. Elijah Rivero, 15 points for the senior guard for the Wildcats. Maybe seeing him for the last time in the blue and white, but he is putting up a game, and on the baseline, Kincaid just bowls through, puts it in. 9 points for Kincaid, make it 57-28. And Coach Mondragon going to take the timeout this time. It will just be a 30, so we'll keep it right here with 6:49 remaining in the ball game. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear them if you're watching. Of course, you've been hearing them all season long. Hopefully, continue to hear them in baseball and softball season 2, and hopefully in girls basketball, although right now the Lovington girls in danger of being upset. Artesia up by a point at the end of the third, 25-24. So some work to do for the Lady Cats too. Oh, that a much closer game. Back to our sponsors. Be sure that you thank those folks for supporting your kids. We never have to charge you, beg you for donations because of those great folks. So when you need a good or service, consider those great folks who make this possible, or hey, even a great thank you is a good thing. So out of the timeout, Wildcat basketball. Oh, backing it up, that'll be Criswell. Takes it over to JoJo in front of the Lovington bench. Back out to Criswell near center court. Lovington trailing by 29. JoJo takes it from Chicken, then cycles back around. Back out to Perez between the rings. Vega gets to him quickly, trying to bounce it into the middle, and they're going to call a kick there on Kincaid. Like I said, he's 6'8" and listed at 200. I think that's probably about 40 pounds light. As they'll get it to Terrell, he'll bounce it to Rivero, and then he's going to get fouled. They're going to get 42 or 24. That'll be the question. Going to get Eglin. That'll be his first personal. First team foul on Artesia. So Rivero goes to the line. He's got 15 points. Paces the Wildcats. Paces everybody for that matter. First one for Elijah is up and good. 57-29. Oh, now Mario Alba in. The senior sharpshooter for the Wildcats. Second one up for Elijah is good. Rivero leading all scorers, getting Lovington back to within 27. Alba plays good defense too. Campbell goes around him, though, and then on the give and go, but it'll be Kincaid with the rebound. His putback no good, gets his own rebound, shot up no good, and finally it'll be Rivero who comes away with his 5th board of the ball game. So Lovington with an opportunity. Rivero to Terrell, 5-footer on the push from the right base. Not going to fall, and Hodling will have his 2nd rebound. Stolen away by Rivero, and then he's going to get fouled by Hodling. 2nd personal on Cale. 2nd team foul on Artesia. And so that'll put Lovington back in the line with a chance to chop into this one a bit. The clock stopped with 5:44. Rivero has done everything he could to keep his team in it. This is his first free throw. He's now 4 of 5. That's 80%. It's about his season average. Some time to get back on track here, Rivero. Lovington down by 27. Matthew Contreras waits to check in for the Wildcats. So Contreras in as Chase Terrell out. Contreras seeing his first action of the night. 5:44 remaining in the season for Lovington. Artesia, if they want to, they can just go through and burn a bunch of clock. Not really the way Coach Mondragon plays, or Coach Pack for that matter. Still got time on the clock. Run your offense. Vega hippity hop through the lane. Underhand scoop up and in. 11 points for Vega. 59-31. Rivero takes it back down quickly into the Lovington end to Alba. Alba to Rivero. Working in front of the Lovington bench. Now back to Criswell between the rings. Hodling gives him a little room near side to Chicken. Campbell picks him up quickly. 5 minutes to go. Chicken gets run out around to Rivero. Right slot, 3 ball up. No good, 1 and done, as it'll be Vega with his 2nd board of the ball game. Quickly back in transition. Vega 5-footer from the big A, and it'll be Kincaid with his 6th board. His putback no good, gets his own rebound. He'll just bull in and then toss it out to Hodling. Then to Vega, running through the lane again, and Vega gets it that time. Too many looks at the bucket. 30-point deficit for the Cats now, their biggest trailer of the ball game with 4.5 minutes to go. Is too much for the Bulldogs on the glass, and it looks like Coach Mondragon has the 3 ball up and another rebound for Kincaid. He's got 8 in the ball game. Like Coach Mondragon getting ready to clear the bench a little bit. With 4:13 remaining and a 30-point deficit for the Wildcats. Hodling picks up the dribble, gets it to Campbell in the left wing. He'll just push it up on the give and go. Shot up by Hodling, no good, but Palin Traylor Egeland with the rebound, his 10th, and then his 14th point of the ball game. Now 63-31, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Michael Mondragon with 4:02 remaining, and it's just a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Say a big thank you again to all of our great sponsors all season long. Couldn't do it without them here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So the season not going to end the way the Cats want it to. They're going to fall to 5-22 on the year, and all told, probably done. And another score update coming in from Wildcat Gym tonight. The Lovington girls have flipped the script at the start of the 4th quarter. They lead it 28-27. Winner of that game will move on to play Friday night. The loser will await their fate. That is a must-win game for Artesia. In that one, kind of like this one, must win for Lovington. So out of the Artesia timeout, Alba into the front court for the Cats. All new players in for the Bulldogs. As Contreras, 3 ball up. That one not going to fall. Battle for the rebound, and Dominguez winds up with his 5th. Leaves it off for Sawyer Whitehead, seeing his first action. He'll push it into the corner. Whitehead will get it back. Works it back to McNeil for 3, and that one off the back of the iron. And from the tip, it'll be McNeil tracking down his 4th board of the ball game. McNeil to Whitehead, to the elbow, and then backing it up as DePorto gets to him. DePorto seeing his first action, the junior for the Cats. Byers, Whitehead. Now around, and a 3 ball up and down by Derek Warren, just in the ball game, drains the tray and makes this a 35-point deficit for the Wildcats. Running clock over the last 3 minutes of this one. Alba overthrowing Contreras, trying to go back door. Turnover number 18 for the Cats. Oh, another check-in for the Bulldogs. They said Morales. Yep. Running clock time here as the season will end for the Lovington boys. Morales in the deep right corner to Whitehead in front of his own bench. And then back out and a 3-ball up, and they're going to call the foul. A little bit of frustration. Going to get that on Jaden Garcia. That'll be his first personal. Jaden wearing 33, and the first one is up, and it is good for Warren. He's got 4 points in the ball game, 67-31. So Vusic in. I think Vusic just an 8th grader. So Vusic, the second one is up, and it is good for Warren. They said he had 3. They decided he just had 2. So Vusic seeing his first action of the season on varsity. Late season call up with 90 seconds to go and a 68-31 deficit. There's a lot of talent coming up for the Wildcats. They are pretty young. There's Alba from 15 and the free throw line. Shot up, not going to fall. Morales will have his first rebound. Warren to the front court where he works against a Porto. A lot of excitement around the Lovington program with the 8th graders and freshmen. Not to take anything away from this group of juniors and seniors. They have played tough, and then it'll be a 3-ball up, and that one off the mark. Rebound by Warren. His putback not going to fall. And then we're going to have a whistle sound as timeout by the Wildcats. With 53 seconds remaining. Well, I said timeout Wildcats. Did they change their mind? I think they did. It's Terrell back in the ball game. Still under a minute to play in the season. Criswell, the step back 3, top of the arc, and that one is out of bounds. Didn't hit anything but behind the net. So Artesia, if they choose to, can just dribble it out as Whitehead will take the inbound. He'll cross the timeline with 32 seconds to go. Hand it to Warren as Rivero gets to him quickly. And then a steal. Mario Alba will take it away. Forcing the turnover, almost loses it under pressure from Whitehead. Alba long cross-court pass to Terrell. Terrell thinks about the 3 now. He'll take it from the left wing. It is going to be short, and Warren will come away with it for Artesia. 10 seconds to go. Bulldogs can just dribble it out as Alba, he will pick the pocket once again. So Alba takes it coast to coast, and then he will score at the buzzer to make our final score 68-33. The Lovington Wildcats season will come to an end. Ended once again. This seems to be a theme around here by the Artesia Bulldogs. So we will take a quick timeout, come back and wrap up the boys' season. Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit as the Wildcats season will come to an end as the Artesia Bulldogs will win game 1 of the district tournament and knock off the Wildcats, and more than likely in their season, dropping Lovington to 5-22 on the year. So congratulations to the Bulldogs. How many years in the last 10 years has our season either ended here in the district tournament or in the playoffs? I don't know. It's been way too many. But leading scorer tonight for both teams, though, Elijah Rivero is the senior. Puts in 18. He paces the Cats tonight. Also in the books for Lovington, JoJo Perez with 4 points for Chicken Perez, 3 points for Manny Perez, 2 points Kingston Goodrich, and 2 points for Mario Alba. So not the result that you wanted if you were the Lovington Wildcats, as again their season will come to a close tonight. I don't think there's any way that the selection is going to bump them up into the top 16. But, you know, even though it was not the season Coach Casey Pack and his squad wanted, they still came out and they fought till the very end. And our hats off to the Wildcat seniors. If we don't see them again on the basketball court, Matthew Contreras, Mario Alba, Chase Terrell, Danny Criswell, Alex Rivera, who we'll be seeing on TV next year as a football player for Fresno State, and of course Elijah Rivero. So with that, we will put a wrap on this one. Actually, we've got a late in the fourth quarter, Lovington girls trailing Artesia 32-30. Ouch. So now Artesia with a 3-point lead over Lovington in a must-win game for the Lady Bulldogs. Of course, that's also here on Lovington Sports YouTube. My partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, with that one. So we will wrap up the boys' season here tonight as they fall again to Artesia, 68-33. For Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. For my partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from the Bulldog Pit. This has been an exclusive presentation of Noel Mark Digital and One Radio